So, in your years of experience, would you say that if you are not a controversial person in the field, would you survive in the profession?
I'm not. I don't consider myself to be a controversial person, and
Mm,
you don't need to be controversial. I
mm,
think all you need to do is to know your onions, know who
okay.
you are, know what you're standing for, know what you represent, know who you represent.
Mm,
Right, as a person and even as an employee, know what you represent. You don't need to be controversial.
mm,
You can speak politely and still get your details out, and you
okay.
still get your facts out. So you
Mm.
don't need to be controversial. I'm not controversial, and I don't think anybody considers me as controversial. If you know, I don't know, you might speak out more.
Okay. Those that know you when they see this video, they'll call you out. Oh no. All right. So finally, what would you advise the younger journalists who are upcoming in this field?
Yeah, young journalists like Pfizer, just
Yes.
be like Pfizer. Know your onions. First, you're doing an amazing job, Pfizer. I'm proud of
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Right? Young people, be quick to learn. If you know you're young and you're coming up in this space, your interest should be in learning and executing the things that you're learning, practicalizing the things you're learning.
Mm,
When you find people that have gone ahead of you, learn. Now, because of how much the world has become a global village, you really don't need to go far to learn. I mean, there's the YouTube University. The internet has compressed distance and space for us. You can go online, find people that do what you do and
mm,
learn from them.
mm,
You want to be an interviewer, a great interviewer. There are great interviewers on television.
mm,
Go watch them. There are great interviewers on YouTube. Go and look for them and
mm,
watch them. Just learn.
mm,
Also look for opportunities to intern. Internship does so much that I think it's underrated.
mm.
I'm a product of internship, and I will to a large extent consider my increase in this profession and my growth to where I interned.
Mm,
You know, my internship was done in my formative years, and
mm.
it really really helped to set the tone right for me. So those are my basic advice to young people. When you find place to intern, please go ahead and intern. Give yourself a year or two and learn, so
Mm,
that from there you can move.
mm. So, young journalists out there, give yourself the opportunity to spread, go out. So, before we end the whole podcast, there's a segment I would like us to go into, which is the one word game.
All right.
I would ask you a question in one sentence, and you answer me in just one word, just one, no explanation.
All right, great, great.
All right. So, Mr. Journalist, most journalists are biased in reporting. Yes or no?
Nope.
Politicians and journalists, the relationship between them, is it a partnership or manipulation?
Partnership.
Hmm. Okay, you explain later.
No, no, but you had already said no explanation.
Yes,
So
let's finish going through the questions. Nigerian audience prefer truth or drama?
drama.
Hmm. Is that true? Tell us in the comment section. So, would you advise your child to be a journalist?
Yes, a
Mm.
big yes.
What your daddy has passion for, you too you must do it. Okay. All right. So, explain to us that partnership that you said. Let's
Oh,
know if
Pfizer, you
it's
already you
true.
already said no.
We're interested in this aspect. We said is the relationship between journalists and the politicians, is it manipulation or partnership? And from what you explained earlier, it was giving the opposite of your answer.
Really?
So explain yourself.
Okay, so listen, politicians are human beings first,
Okay.
right? And they're human beings that have power or certain resources at their disposal, just like every other human being.
Mm,
And the same way I go to get news from a politician, the same way I go to get news from a market woman. All right, what am I looking for? It's a big question.
mm,
So how I intend my manner of approach will determine whether I'm going to get my news out or not.
mm,
If I'm not quite strategic, I might not get news from the market woman. I've gone to the field, I've gone to the market where I'm trying to just look for the price of something, and the woman is refusing to speak to me. I said, look, see, I'm not trying to buy, but I just want to have a feel of the market. How much do these things cost? These things that look normal, very easy, right? But the local woman is refusing to answer me, refusing to
Yeah,
speak
they
to
don't
me.
want to get into trouble.
But not because they necessarily that, but they're just in their business. Can you just go away?
Mm,
Oh, my husband will not be happy to see me on television,
mm,
and I don't have his consent and all of that.
mm.
I need to structure my message and redefine my approach so that I can get that woman to speak to me.
So back to politicians.
Politics is the same with politicians. There are
Mm,
plenty things we want to know from politicians.
mm,
But if you go with the mindset of antagonizing them, they're not going to speak to you.
mm,
There's a Freedom of Information Act in Nigeria
mm,
that permits you to get information from any government office.
mm,
Sometimes the politician does not even have that detail. The person that has that detail is inside the office.
mm. Really?
Yes. So there are certain details I'm looking for. The governor does not have it.
Mm,
But there's a director somewhere inside one ministry that has my information. So
mm,
when I meet the governor, I'm looking at issues of policies, right? So what policies are you putting in place? What is this? When I'm looking for certain details,
mm,
I go to these people. The governor sometimes does not even have detail of certain amounts spent on certain projects.
mm,
They might have the overall figure,
mm,
but the details, the breakdown, they might not have it. Who has that figure? It's a PAMSEC.
mm,
There's a director inside the office. So I'll find my way of getting into that place and getting information out.
mm,
But with this guy, what are we discussing? Why did you place this policy? Why did you set this policy? Is this policy working? Do you think you want to reconsider changing this policy?
mm.
I remember when the governor of Niger State banned tricycles and motorcycles from moving at night in this
Yes.
town, and he said it was due to security, the level of insecurity. Where that time there was so many street brawls and
Yeah.
clashes and all of that,
Mm,
and he stopped that. But after a while, it felt like everything had returned to normal, and the ban was still there. People kept meeting me because they know some way, one way or the other, I can speak. I,
mm,
I, I see these people. So can you please help us tell the governor, remind him, just in case he has forgotten that he
mm,
placed the ban. So that's a good place to say, okay, this policy that you put in place, is it still necessary? Can you
mm,
change it?
mm,
I don't think, I can't remember. I didn't speak to him about it, but I think maybe some people did and everything, and then it was lifted. So those are the kind of interactions that we have with politicians.
mm,
Why are you okay? So, excuse, you said this road was going to be completed in 2 years. I'm
mm,
just asking you, this is the fourth year and the road is not completed.
mm,
It's partnership. He should speak to me about it. I'm
mm.
giving him the chance to speak. All right. So I think it's more partnership than manipulation.
All right. We have heard him, but do we agree? I'm not the one to say. All right. So, one last question. Journalists that do accept brown envelope, is it because they are being underpaid?
Hmm. Well, I think every journalist have their reasons.
Mm,
Yeah, so I can't really speak for all of them. But sometimes I know that the remuneration in journalism is not big
mm.
or as exciting as you would think. And when
Oh,
you consider other areas of work and considering what they actually put into work,
mm,
it's not as big as that. Maybe the same thing that you have with some private institutions as well. It's not that big. So maybe
mm,
for some, it's because their remuneration is not big. Just maybe. For some, it's just, hey, it's consolation for work. It's
mm,
appreciation. And for some, it's, I don't know. I think they all have their reasons. Yeah.
mm. All right. Again, we have heard him, but do we agree? I'm not the one to say. All right. So thank you, Mr. Chenimi, for joining us today on this podcast. And to my dear audience, thank you for watching and listening. And don't forget to leave your own opinions in the comment section, because all that he has said now, even me, is not everything that I agree with. So you can tell us in the comment section what you think, and also his answers. There's something fishy, but I'm not the one to say. All right. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And see you on our next episode. Bye. Tell them bye.
Bye. Thanks for enduring with us.
All right. See you next time.